Hey guys, it's NateDunningFilms back again for another video. As you can tell by the title, I am back today to discuss my top 5 favorite box sets. Now these are going to actually be mostly Scream Factory box sets, but there is a Criterion Collection release in here as well as an Arrow video release. So without further ado, just to get straight into the video, at my number 5 spot, I have chose Criterion Collection's Godzilla, the Showa era series collection. And I put this at number 5 mostly because it's this big ass book. This is not something that's going on your in your shelf, within your collection. It's something that normally sits right here that you have to really display. And I can understand if they made it some kind of digibook, or even a little bigger than that, but I mean, this sucker is massive. But the cool thing about it that Criterion did was that each film actually has its own couple of paragraphs about the film, kind of like behind the scenes, and also its own artwork. Some of the artwork is really great. Some are better than others, but the artwork is really cool. And again, they compiled all the films between 1954 and 1975. Now, speaking of the films, now all of the Blu-rays are housed in the back here, and personally they are a little hard to actually get out. It's one of those things where every time I go to grab a disc, I feel as if I'm going to scratch it or sort of mess up the book in and of itself. So that's definitely my biggest problem with this collection. Still a fabulous collection. Again, number 5 on my list here. It's a little big. The way that the discs themselves are packaged in the collection is quite strange to me. Again, every single time I try to get them out, I just feel I'm gonna, ruin the book in and of itself, or the discs are gonna scratch. And speaking of the discs, speaking of the movies themselves, they're clearly older masters. These are not, I think, even for 1950s and 60s and into the 70s Japanese monster movies, they could look better on Blu-ray. These are definitely older prints that they used, still much better than anything you're going to find on VHS or DVD. So for sure a step up, but I do think that these could have looked a little better. And so therefore, a lot of the cons that I have there, it's a huge, massive book, the way that the discs are packaged, and the video quality in and of itself puts it on my number 5. Still, anybody that has a lot of the Godzilla films on DVD or even older VHS tapes, if you're looking to upgrade, it's well worth it. And at number 4, I have chosen a Scream Factory release. Again, most of these box sets are actually going to be Scream Factory, but for my first Scream Factory box set that I have chosen in my number 4 spot, the Critters box set. Now, I really like the first 2 Critters films, and the first 2 Critter films got a brand new 2K scan from the Scream in the Scream Factory box set here. But in terms of the new 2K scans for 1 and 2, which, let's face it, are really the only 2 films of the franchise we care so much about. Again, 3 and 4 are not bad movies at all. Overall, a really fun franchise. But those new 2K scans make the film look incredible. And the fact that we get a couple new special features, and again with the new scans, we get all 4 films together. It's not the first time that there was a DVD set of the past, which I also owned as well. This is what replaced and I upgraded with the old. I think it was like a 4-film favorite set. I'm sure a lot of you guys might even still have that one. I replaced that with this, and I am happy with what I did. Again, with all 4 films in here, with the new 2K scans and the awesome box set. I mean, that's some awesome artwork. And it's a hard, case. That's not a soft box. I mean, this is definitely a hard, case to have these films in. And I always love it when it's not some flimsy, cardboard box. This is heavy duty, hardcore. And so it makes my number 4 spot on my top 5 favorite Blu-ray box sets that I own. And at my number 3 spot, is my second favorite franchise, and that is Scream Factory's new Friday the 13th, the complete collection. And I think this isn't obvious that this particular box set made it in to the video. But again, people might be scratching their heads. Why number 3? I think some of you guys might be able to gauge what at least number 1 is for sure, but you guys will be surprised at my number 2. So I, like a lot of people, did not get the original tin. I think it was like a tin box set, and I believe that was like a New Line Warner Brothers deal. Scream Factory comes along and finally releases a brand new box set. That original box set, people were selling it for as much as $1,000 on eBay. It wasn't worth it then. It's not worth it now. I'm happy those people are not scalping people for that kind of money. Do not pay that. Get Scream Factory's box set. The first 4 films have a brand new 4K scan, and the first 2 in particular look absolutely incredible. Plus, the biggest pro, I think, for this box set is the amazing artwork. I really hope there's not a lot of glare here and that you guys can really see this artwork. I'm trying hard. Hopefully there's no glare. If those out there that still have not upgraded to this box set and are looking for a reason, this is your reason. The nice hard box again, not something flimsy and really cheap cardboard. Scream Factory did a really good job with the box set and the artwork. And every single film gets its own disc. There were a couple of 2-packs out there for the longest time. I think, if I'm not mistaken, 5 and 6, and then it was 7 and 8 were on just one Blu-ray, 2 movies on each one. And, you had to buy, it was just a single Blu-ray, but it came with both movies on one disc. Scream Factory put every single movie on its own disc, and it does come with the original artwork. Let's see, whichever one kind of pops out here first is whatever I choose. Freddy vs. Jason, alright. So it has all the original artwork on here, and this is kind of a couple pictures on the back, and of course I drop it. A couple pictures on the back also. That's pretty typical for this box set. But without a doubt, sits at my number 3. Next up we have here is Arrow Video's The Scarlet Box, Hellraiser 1, 2, and 3. What an amazing box set. And I'm not just saying that. Again, I'm not getting my bias here, because I like Friday the 13th more than Hellraiser. I actually really only like the first 2 Hellraiser movies. But Arrow did an amazing job with this box set. The films themselves look pretty incredible, especially the first film. Again, personally, I'm not a big fan of 3. I'm not really even too much of a big fan of 2. If I had to take any of the Hellraiser sequels, though, that would without a doubt be 2. I'm extremely happy to have this set, and in my opinion, it is without a doubt Arrow's best box set they've put out yet. If you're looking to get this, if you're looking to buy Arrow's The Scarlet Box trilogy set here, without a doubt, highly recommended. I mean, you might have to put some money on it. It is well worth it. And of course it comes to number 1. Most of you guys knew this was coming. I, without a doubt, will tell you this is my favorite franchise. Did it a little bit, did I, get biased on it? Yes. Absolutely 100% Scream Factory's Halloween box set comes at my number 1 favorite Blu-ray box set that I own. Why? Number 1, here in the United States, there is a weird legal issue with releasing, at least prior to releasing these films all together in one box set. Because the first film is owned by, an independent company. 2 and 3 are Universal. 4 and 5 were Trancas International. 6 and up, was Dimension Films. So there's all this weird legal stuff going on here of why we could never have, here in the States, a box set. Didn't have a VHS box set of all the films, and we did not get a DVD box set of all the films. I know there were box sets out there, but not of all the films at the time. There was not a 1 through 8 box set. There was not a 1 through 6. Never was. Those people that say Blockbuster had a 1 through 3 trilogy, I don't care. That's not a complete box set. Scream Factory comes around and teams up with Anchor Bay And we get this amazing box set. The first time ever here in the United States that we got a full Halloween collection. The entire films up until that point on their own single disc. Yes, a lot of this was ported over from Scream Factory's previous releases, and there wasn't really too much new with the transfers, with the special features. The fact alone of the artwork, again, nice hard box, no cheap cardboard. And the fact that we've never had a full box set. This still stands at my #1 favorite box set in my collection. This one won awards. I hope people realize that. It won a Saturn Award for Best Box Set. Like, there's a reason that Scream Factory won it with this collection. Now, I had pre-ordered this day of. I might even insert some footage here. I had footage of me opening it up. I do have the lithograph. If I'm not mistaken, that was released, I think, to 3,000 copies. Lithographs, you know, I don't know quite, you know, how that works, but there were 3,000 of them printed. And I have that. I have the box set here. You know, I got it like 2 weeks early when you pre-order from Scream Factory. So, without a doubt, still my favorite box set. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time